What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak.com, The Hype, episode 375. Bowman's Best is here. We've been ripping it early on Fanatics Live, and we got plenty on Mojobreak.com. We got a perfect savings code for you. Use code Bowman10. 10% off any baseball breaks on Mojobreak.com. And we got a great show. We got Wemby. We're going to talk Wemby in a small jersey, traded with a big jersey. We've got LeBron's biggest card. We've got some Pokemon talk. We've got more Bowman's Best. We've got Lamar versus Josh Allen. And Dan wants to talk about Jared Verse, but don't think we have room to talk about Jared Verse today. He is pretty good. I'm glad he didn't get hurt doing that Superman into the end zone.
Yeah, he's just so good. I mean, you want to talk about rookies. We can just talk. We can spend 45 minutes talking about him.
It's good. I had money on the Rams, so I can't complain. I would have won either way. You would have lost, I would have been happy.
I'm like, Micah Parsons who? Micah Parsons who?
Yeah.
Myles Garrett who?
Good luck beating those Philly Eagles. I don't think it's happening.
That was a game where I think everybody can agree, let's the Rams winning that game. LA needs something to root for right now. So, by the way, we all know somebody who I think has been either in the zone of did you need to evacuate? Did you evacuate? All that stuff. So, our hearts go out to everybody in the LA area. You know, I know we're just about 5 hours up the road. So, but we all know somebody who's in LA, and hope everybody's doing okay. Considering everything, it's been a tough week. Couple of weeks.
Tough 2025 for that, but
it's been a tough start.
And that is also part of the reason why I believe not only the Rams beat the Eagles this weekend, they take it all the way home.
It's a team of destiny sort of thing. Yeah, maybe.
Well,
how'd that Jets bet work out for you a couple years ago?
Last year, not great. This year, I didn't bet it.
Oh, well, that's probably good.
I mean, I did bet on the Niners to win the Super Bowl, and that didn't work out for me either. So this year, at the beginning of the year.
And I wouldn't make that bet for any other season moving forward.
I do believe the Commanders have a good shot of beating the Lions.
Ooh.
I do believe that.
I do like Jaden. Jaden's the wild card. Don't know what to expect.
Now, as far as the Texans beating the Chiefs, I don't think there's a chance.
No.
I don't.
I know.
Now
that's where we unite here as Raider Niner fans, is we want to see the Chiefs lose.
And then the Bills Ravens game,
for the love of God,
by far the best matchup that we're going to see.
And it's the last game. It's the last.
They did it on
As
purpose.
It should be.
They did it on purpose.
And of course, the less we say about Justin Herbert and the Chargers, the better. Let's just move forward.
Would you still rather have Justin Herbert over Brock Purdy?
I specifically wanted to come clown you this weekend.
I know
about Justin Herbert.
Do you? I mean, actually, how about
say,
you want Sam Darnold or Justin Herbert?
They're about equal.
Oh well, now come on now.
I mean, one guy won 14 games.
I would take Sam Darnold all day over Herbert.
Okay. Look, one bad game. I will not be dissuaded.
One bad game.
Well, okay. There's been two bad games at the most crucial moments. He's
been in the league for 5 years, no playoff wins.
It's not.
He got 4 interceptions in that game, man.
4 interceptions. He had 3 all regular season.
Wasn't last year? Weren't they up by like 42 going into half against Jacksonville and they lost?
Yeah, they did.
That was
they did. At a certain point, it does start to become hard to argue. It doesn't feel good now, but I know come August, I'll be like, this is the year.
The Bolts.
Jaden Daniels has more playoff wins than Justin Herbert.
Yes, he does. Yep. CJ Stroud already has 2.
We can go down the list. There's a lot of quarterbacks out there, current or retired, that have more wins than Justin Herbert in the playoffs.
Tough.
I will say, it is easy to say 2020 rookie class. Joe Burrow is standing alone.
He's the guy.
He is on the pedestal. He is the number one guy out of that rookie class.
And Justin Jefferson.
Tua's still there.
Tua's, I mean, Jalen.
I'd take Tua all day over Herbert.
Is Herbert off the podium as rookie quarterbacks in 2020?
Yeah, it's Burrow, Hurts, and Tua, dude.
No.
Come on, dude.
Herbert's above Tua. Herbert's above Tua.
No, dude, come
absolutely
on.
Not. Absolutely not.
Oh.
And even again, Hurts, I know the team success is there.
You take away the concussions, Tua's having way better seasons than Herbert.
No. I will give you this. I will knock him off to 3rd because of the playoff, the terrible playoff performances.
Hold on.
will
I'm
give you that.
disrespecting one guy, dude. Jordan loves above Herbert.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Jordan loves above Herbert.
Well, but he's got what does he get too? He's got as many.
Justin Herbert?
He's got just as many playoff wins as Justin Herbert
The
does.
seventh best
No, doesn't
player
they-
out of
they
the,
went to the-
out of the
Crap, you're
draft.
right. They did get a win last
Seventh
year.
or
They beat the
No!
Cowboys. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, sorry.
So
dude.
right now, I guess you're holding Justin Herbert cards.
I guess I'm holding.
Yeah.
I was such a
Hey,
strong
we all
buy.
sat here and agreed that like don't sell Herbert this weekend because he's gonna move on.
Hey, look, we all were like, man, who knows? Maybe they should move on. And then, hey, you got a divisional opponent with the Chiefs. I know they're probably not going to win.
I wasn't
but who
here
knows?
last
Nope.
week, so you would
You
have
would have been
never
like,
heard me say that.
get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I lost that bet.
I mean, as a Brock
Oh,
Purdy
well.
fan, it's funny because Brock went to the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship. Well, it's because he's got Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and blah blah blah.
These
And
are
then
all true things,
and
though.
then the
These are all players that they do have.
Every year, Justin Herbert. Well, he just doesn't have a receiver, and he doesn't
McConkey's
have
a guy.
and
He's
he
a guy.
doesn't
Yeah.
have a running back.
But it didn't
Quentin,
happen.
Quentin Johnson is Stone Hands McGee over there, dude. That dude can't catch.
It's like how many times can we apologize for Justin Herbert?
I will tell you, Brock Purdy had a big smile on his face probably watching that, saying, if Justin Herbert's making that much money, I'm going to make a little bit more than that.
He's tall. He's got the long hair. I mean, fits the description. I get it. He's first rounder. I understand. I understand.
Some games some games he does look like he's like one of the best of all time. Just like if you go by game basis, but then in the playoffs he ain't proven nothing. He ain't proven nothing.
And he gets hurt. He still plays. He's kind of got that Iron Man status. I get
It's
that.
even, but it's also like not even games. Like he has like stretches in games where he looks really good, or he makes a throw that's absolutely incredible. Mm-hmm. It was fun. I mean, he got the old announcer's jinx in that game because the game over the weekend, they were like, Herbert's been so good with the ball. He's only thrown like 3 or 4 interceptions. And then literally the next snap, he throws an interception.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh.
Don't do this.
Don't do this. Yeah. It's like when they basically say, kicker's going out there. He hasn't missed a kick in 7 months. And then he just misses it by 20 yards.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to this because I have to talk about this. This
Yes.
is just pained me as a father to see this. Mm-hmm. First, it warmed my heart to see the original photo over the end of the year in December.
I actually think that the little Wemby jersey would actually fit him.
Yeah.
Like
his arm.
At least like I think it would fit over like the top part of him.
It'd be
it's
like
gonna
a beanie.
It's gonna be a little short. It's gonna be a little short, but I think it'll fit.
So it's backstory for those that are listening to the audio podcast. Wembanyama did a jersey swap with appears to be a 5 or 6 year old. Do we have the official age on this young kid?
We have no official age on him.
4 to 5. I don't know.
He's a youngster, though.
He could be 6 foot in the photo. I can't tell because he's standing next to Wemby. But I mean, he looks 5 or 6 years old. And he did a jersey swap with his jersey with a game-used Wembanyama jersey. So cool, heartwarming photo. Great to see. Wemby's for the fans. We're all great. This kid's gonna have so many memories as he grows up, and he's got this Wemby jersey on his wall. He's gonna play basketball. Maybe he's the next Steph Curry. I don't know. But Dad sends it to Goldin. Sends the jersey to Goldin. Why? Why?
We know why.
Why do we gotta do that?
$dollar.
Because it's the wrong size. It's not going to fit. Because, I mean, all he's doing is trying to sell it so he can buy another jersey to replace the one that his kid gave to Wemby. And some, probably.
But you guys, we see this in this industry. We have customers that have came in and they've used their daughters to get Curry signed jerseys.
Oh, yeah.
And, and then they get them
And
authenticated
Luka.
and they sell them. And we see this, but this on such a grand scale, and even Wemby tweeted out with the crying emoji.
Yeah.
This is why these guys are not going to actually give these jerseys to kids because
They
the
know.
money-hungry parents, I don't know if he's doing this for the future of little Johnny or the future of whatever.
Yeah, what if that actually is going in, that's going to pay for college?
That's what I read a comment. They're like, if this is going to go towards the kids' college funds, then fine.
That's the only way it's acceptable.
Yeah.
It has to go
Still
towards
not.
something.
But here's
I
the
don't
thing.
care.
Here's the thing. I didn't see the whole footage of it, right? What were those kids? Was that parent and that kid sitting courtside?
Well, I'm like,
Because
I
if they're
was
sitting
just
courtside,
going to say
they
right
don't
now.
need the money.
I was going to say right now, I'm like, for the kid to get that close, Those tickets had to be pretty nice, right?
You don't need money if you can sit courtside at any basketball game.
yeah, you probably got a fund stored away for Johnny's college.
You can be watching the worst team in NBA, Wizard. Oh, you can go to a Wizards game courtside. If you're sitting in the front courtside, that's still thousands and thousands of dollars that a regular person cannot pay for.
I combed through this footage like it was the Zapruder film. I swear. I think
Doug just found it.
So, okay, I was looking at December 20th. It's December 27th. It was in Brooklyn against the Nets. I was looking through courtside.
Looks pretty good. Looked like pretty good seats.
Did you find the courtside seats?
I mean, he was already on the court.
So he was already on the court, but I could not find exactly where they were sitting.
Okay, so maybe they were walking around the concourse area.
But you'd also have to imagine if they're going to find that. I don't know. We need to know more. Did somebody on the team find it? Did Wemby spot it? Did a guard spot it? Like, who spotted that sign?
Well, the kid had a sign, right? Which I don't think. We know that was plotted out by the father.
They ain't in the nosebleeds. We know that much.
Yeah,
there's no way they're going to go. You way up there.
I'm thinking about
they're
it now.
definitely on the first. They're on the first level.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it now, and for them to, for the parents or the dad to think like to have to like be like, okay, we should sell this. Maybe they were not sitting courtside. You know, maybe they weren't even sitting anywhere on the low level.
But how would they see the sign? The kid had a sign that said, "I want to swap my jersey with
maybe
you."
they, you know, like how people at Warriors games at the end of Warriors games they just go down and down and down because they want to get on the court.
Is there no footage of the kid holding up the sign at the game?
He's holding it right here.
Find it.
We've all been to Warriors games. I see it at the end of the games, and I stay to the very end.
Okay, well, I'll
people
tell you
just
right
keep
now,
walking
the
down
kid
until
had
they can get close to the court.
But they had to be on the lowers because they wouldn't even see the sign if it was on the uppers. You can be holding the sign. They're not even going to pan the camera up there.
No.
And show that. So it had to be lowers.
No, if
are
you're
they
either way,
courtside? Who knows?
I think they were because there's nobody standing there.
They need the money. I feel like
there's nobody else. I mean, it's after the game, but like,
I mean, I don't know. I also I don't want to judge anybody by all we have right now.
Well, my thing is
what
that
we're seeing here.
My thing is that did Ken Golden contact him and be like, "Hey, I know where you can sell that."
Maybe that's the other thing. It was a really viral moment. It got like 4 million views on Twitter alone.
How do we feel about if Golden initiated? Like,
it's possible.
How do we feel about that?
Yeah.
It's still up to the father. I mean, like, that's a moment you have with your children. Like, I want to cherish that. I mean, not even with my kids. We pulled the LeBron refractor out of the last pack of the National, right? Mm-hmm. With Joe Staley. It was a great moment for me. We'll never sell that card because I don't care if it goes up to 100K. It's like maybe my kids will sell it when I move on. It represents
the moment, yeah.
It represents a moment, and this is even bigger because it's with your child. It's with your child.
Yeah, so for me, like, I don't want to make it say, like, for me, I'm not mad about, like, I don't know these people's, obviously, we don't know their life, like, what they're going through, like, if they needed the money, if they didn't need the money. I'm not really thinking about any of that. For me, it's like, it's kind of like, it's so soon from getting it. It's like, you couldn't have just waited maybe like 6 months to a year, and then it's like, maybe this is really not even a thing.
Regardless.
What do you think the jersey is worth?
That's the thing.
It doesn't have a bid right now. It's starting at 10K.
It's starting at 10K. You look at the stat lines right here. 19.7 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 blocks. That's a great stat line, but Wemby has had at least 10 games with a better stat line than that.
Does it have any information about if the money is going to something specific?
Not that we could find, but I've got it up right here.
And I mean, it's probably a 50. How much do you think?
I say 50.
How much do you think it becoming a viral video and a viral sensation adds to the value of the jersey, if any?
Well, that's why. But
it could actually backfire, and like if people are like, "This is, we don't. This is so obviously a cash grab in the eyes of in the eyes of some
somebody
people,
should buy it.
They're like, I actually don't want this.
Somebody with a lot of money should buy it and then gift it back to the kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so this says the jersey swap.
Would sell it again.
Yeah, I'm reading the description.
The jersey
right now.
swap Wembanyama participated in at the end of the game was a little bit different as he was caught exiting the court to head to the locker room. Wembanyama caught sight of a sign that read, "Victor Wembanyama, can you swap your jersey with me?" Holding the sign was a diminutive.
Diminutive.
What does that mean? I'm sorry.
Small.
Small. Okay.
Why not just put small?
Yeah, you could.
Young Spurs fan in a youth-sized retail Wembanyama jersey who has swiftly developed a reputation as a man of the people to off interaction with fans, immediately striped up his jersey, blah, 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 blah. Standing by side for a quick photo op.
There's really nothing about the family or anything.
No.
Like that.
So, I mean, obviously, if you're trying to capitalize, it's just like pulling a card. You want to get it up on eBay right away. So that's why they're putting it up now. Like, to your point, like, you'll hold off and see if you really want to sell this. Well, you're going to get the most money now because of the social media buzz that it caused. But I don't feel right, even if I was the person to buy it, to put it up in my man cave or wherever I would display it, to know that this was given to a little kid.
Yeah, I don't feel any. If I'm the buyer of this jersey, I don't feel any type of way of where it came from, because it's like, you know what I mean? Like that was the family's decision to sell it. Like if I'm a buyer of this, I'm like, yeah, shoot, I got a chance at a game used Wemby jersey. Hell yeah.
Do you really think the parents contacted Goldin and was like, we want to put this jersey up for auction? Do you really think that happened?
know.
I think it's possible.
I think it's
I don't-
absolutely possible. Look, it's not like Goldin is this obscure name anymore. He's got a huge Netflix show. Like people, and I bet you that guy is like, I
a
don't
part
know,
of the
where
thing
do I
is,
go?
is
That Netflix
they
show.
they are the best in the business at acquiring inventory.
Yeah.
They could have, and the guy was in Brooklyn, right? So that's closer to Golden as
that
well.
too.
That's true. So when this news story broke, you're right.
Here's the other
It was probably
side.
Golden to hit him up for sure.
I mean,
are we
I'm
sure
not-
they're Spurs fans? Like I don't know. Like,
I can't blame
the
Golden
NBA
on this
store,
at all.
There's a big NBA flagship store in the middle of Manhattan. You could buy any jersey of any player, of all the biggest players, basically.
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you do if Golden does contact and say, hey, if you're thinking about selling that jersey, we can give you a guarantee of X amount of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he could have done that, and I'm sure he does. They don't have morals on where it came from. They don't have to worry. They're worried about selling. They don't care. I'm more concerned about the fact that the father, if he was sitting courtside, is not giving his son a chance to decide when he's old enough if he wants to sell this jersey. That's my biggest thing. I almost want to rally up some troops and be like, let's buy this and put it like in an escrow until this young man's 18, and he can decide if he wants it back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe he's like, hey, we're going to get you a PS5 with this. Or, I don't know. Who knows?
It could have been a cool moment, too. Yeah, if he saves it, and then when this kid is 25, 30 years old, like down the road, still got that jersey. It's been hanging up.
Yeah.
And maybe he even brings it to Victor Wembanyama years after his career's over and is like, wow, you're the kid. Wow, I'm going to sign this jersey. And then it's even more special.
I mean,
but again, that's
as somebody who's in the hobby and obviously love sports cars, memorabilia, all that stuff. Like all of us sitting here, like we probably like really judge the dad, because we know that if we're in that situation as a dad, like we all would probably keep that, like especially for our kid, right? And let them decide what they want to do with it. Or like I would probably frame it up forever or whatever the reason. So we probably jump. But like if you're not in, like if he's just like a casual sports guy that had a kid and took his kid to a basketball game, is like, hey man, like maybe we like they really obviously put the effort and try to put the sign up. They were really trying to get that jersey. So
Was this a road game?
Yeah.
It was that. It was that same. This was like the week of viral Wemby.
So that scheme was from the beginning already. That was that was already like you're right. It's like some people we know, like, I'm using my kid because I'm gonna get this jersey and I'm gonna flip this right away.
That's what it probably
happens.
Unless he did get courtside, he spent above his means, and he's like, I'm going to try to cover the courtside tickets.
That's risky.
It's risky.
It's a gamble. Risk.
Yeah.
That is a big risk. Look, I think we've said it. If this ends up going to this kid's future, then more power to them, I guess. It still feels a little icky, regardless. But if it's going to if the kid then can go to like an, I don't know, whatever. Like,
I mean, but what if it's going to
Dad's new yacht?
No, put food on the table and pay the mortgage.
That too, which is also
that's why
investing
I'm
in your
not
kid's
judging
future.
necessarily
I mean,
what they want to do with
Absolutely.
the money. I'm just judging him based off like what they decided to
But
do.
yeah, if they could afford courtside and they were and hypothetically if they were sitting courtside and they could afford courtside, then this kind of sounds like it was premeditated to try to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think the young man was like, before we go there, I'm going to see if I can get a jersey swap. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think.
I don't think kids
I am
don't
pretty
generally
sure-
think about that. Like I don't.
I'm pretty sure the dad or the mom wrote that sign
Yeah,
for
the
that
sign-
kid.
the
Oh,
sign-
yeah.
yeah,
100% they did. If you look at how the sign even looks,
That
like
5-year-old
it's,
kid not sitting there like,
right. It's like very
Hey, Wemby.
nicely decorated and all that. Like, there's no way. Like,
Why-
look, maybe he's very gifted and he did.
Why
I
wouldn't
don't
they
know.
send? Why wouldn't they send the sign to Goldin as well?
Yeah, it should have.
Like, wouldn't the sign be worth something?
Should have. Yeah. You know
Kind of
what
like a photo match.
The thing I would
True.
actually like to have from that, because did you also see this? I was saying this is the week of viral Wemby in New York. He like played in the day off between. I think it was the day after Christmas. He went to Central Park and just played chess for hours.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you played like a pickup game.
Played a
I'm all-
pickup game.
I'm
No,
all,
no,
could
no.
you
Like,
imagine?
whoa,
Like you're out
careful
there, trying to
Yeah.
run 5-on-5, and then Wembanyama shows up. You're just like,
And we're like, well, we're going
well,
home.
is it going to be 1 versus 5?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it would have to be. But that's what I want. I want the chess pieces from the games he played.
That's pretty
at Central
crazy.
Park. Yeah, it's cool.
One little side note here. We don't have a slide for it, but Revolution for 24-25, right?
Yeah.
Is going to have kabooms in it now. So get excited, or not if you like kabooms and Crown Royale instead. But yeah, Revolution, which is Conrad created the product. It's
I literally
should be
did.
called CRad Revolution, but it's Revolution NBA coming out. It's going to have
Revolution.
It's going to have kabooms. What do you think about that?
I like the inclusion. Obviously, I'm a way more big fan of Revolution than I am of Crown Royale. So I don't know what that means for the future of Crown Royale. Maybe they will have it in both. Maybe there's different variations or whatever. I'm interested in seeing if they're going to do the parallels in Revolution, because a Kaboom Galactic sounds like
I mean, that sounds
the
like
stuff of my
that
dreams.
sounds like the greatest thing that's ever happened to you.
Exactly. So I mean, yeah, you guys know.
And
I
they
love
have like,
Revolution, so
do they have? They don't do parallels of the Galactic, do they?
no,
Like they don't have.
That's
They
the
don't.
one and
They don't
only,
have
yeah.
like gold Galactics.
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
Vertical kabooms headline the standard inserts, the dynamic foil
fire.
patterns with illustrated players' golds and blacks are Hobby's exclusive. So, and they look like your standard kabooms.
A little more cartoony.
That one does a little bit.
Yeah.
That one does a little bit. This is a preview via Beckett.com, which is actually going to be coming up in our next little talk. What to expect at a hobby box? Autographs 1.
Oh,
Unless that's printed wrong.
What is
One
it?
auto per box. That's awesome.
So, yeah, maybe we will not see Crown. I think this is all saying goodbye, Crown Royale. It's
No, we're not ready to say.
But then,
goodbye.
yeah, because
Not-
they have the Prime Silo still.
not with the license running out. Like we're not saying goodbye to anything.
They can't make them fast enough. They have till
that's,
September.
That
That's
is
the problem.
true. That is true.
We ain't saying bye.
We talked about how they're going to need to cut out some of the products if they want to get to the good stuff for this season, right? They're not going to be able to come out with everything by October. They're giving us hoops next week in the end of July for this season.
Isn't it All-Star break?
It's literally, we are less than a month from All-Star break.
All-Star break.
We are less than
This
a
is
month
what
from
I'm trying to
All-Star
tell
break.
you.
Sheesh.
But we just got collegiate basketball, right? Prism
Right,
draft.
right.
How was that?
My hair's pretty loaded. I mean, Griffin gave it a woof. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh yeah, his like barking thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's
been pretty good, actually.
For what it is and the price point, it is good. It is good, especially because it has Caden Clark. Caden Clark is definitely carrying the product.
And Cooper
Redemptions.
Flag, right?
No, Cooper Flag is next draft class. He's not going to be.
I thought for sure he doesn't have base cards in there or anything.
No.
There are prospects though. There are
won't be.
prospects.
Is this is this 23-24 or 24-25?
24-25.
24-25, but yeah, they
Oh man, if Cooper
basically-
Flag was in that, then yeah, you're talking about a out of the park.
He's
product.
probably already a Fanatics exclusive. I'm
Oh,
assuming.
guaranteed he's going to be a Fanatic.
Yeah, so I
exclusive.
mean,
and it's the
we
first year
we
of
finally got
top
confirmation
official
of what we thought who were going to be the exclusives or not. It really is all like the top guys. So like you're only going to find autographs of very very like Zach Edey and
Good player.
Donovan Klingen.
Sheesh.
Oh, I thought
So
they-
Edey is not.
So they went all big guys.
Yeah.
They're like 7 foot and taller.
So Edey not an exclusive? Because I remember he was showing up in like Top Series 2 and stuff. Like he was showing
No,
up in weird stuff.
Edey. If I recall, Edey was on Panini Promotions from the beginning when he got drafted.
Oh, that's true.
And you got to keep in mind, if Fanatics get the license in September, they're still in that year, so they can come out with all those guys and whatever product runs.
Yeah, but
Topps
they-
Pro.
but they
I would
could-
encourage Tops to go with the next draft class.
last.
No, I'm saying, yeah, they're going to come out with 24. Well, yeah, but 24-25 will be. They're going to have
still in the
Brawny.
But
Brawny.
Panini can always do their last product could be some type of Chronicles, and they can just take then Crown Royale,
Then Prime Saddles could be in there.
everything could be in there. Everything that they could not get out could just be in that product.
Hey, let me just throw it out there. 24-25 replay basketball. Make it happen, Panini.
We do need. Yeah, replay's got to happen, right?
Replay, make it happen.
It's got to happen.
How would I got a question. How would the pre-orders come in on that? Like would we just basically call up our
Max it
distributors
out.
where you like max it out, Shane? Like, I mean, if I'm not available, it probably will be maxed
You
out.
get the great Steedsmas autos in there again. But yeah, so keep in mind, this year's going to be interesting for Panini. Expect a lot of retail SKUs. Expect a lot more hobby direct SKUs. You can go buy like you've already seen it with National Treasures. NBA that you could buy it directly via Dutch auction. Expect more of that. They've got a short amount of time for this basketball license. They're not going to not print.
They're going to kick it in high gear. They're going to kick it in high gear. We're talking about October here, guys. That's only 10 months away. So
that Steph Curry ever get pulled the NT RPA?
I know of 3 of the 5 that were pulled, but you would assume there was like Blaze who bought like bazillion cases of it.
And if I buy some, do I get mosaic packs?
No, not anymore.
Still. Switching to Beckett, it looks like LeBron's biggest card. Well, if you consider Black Label biggest card, which it's ugly, but BGS 10, BGS 10 pristine out of 03-04 Ultimate.
I love the Black Label.
Possibly the best auto card of all time here for LeBron as a rookie.
Is there no known rookie auto that's a Black Label? Is that what it is?
I don't think. I mean, I was really trying to figure this out. If you guys can think, but I can't think of a LeBron rookie auto black label that has surfaced. Like this is
they may
this
exist
is the first
in
one I've
people's personal collections, but
right. But even then, I guess we could track it down. But yeah, this is the first I've seen surface. So.
I like that person who basically was like, I got this really nice LeBron, and there's only one place to really grade it.
They probably graded it when it was the place to go.
They basically were like,
I mean, that's
I'm gonna go PSA. This card looks so good at making a black label.
All of his best rookie cards are all like most of them are the BGS because
that was the time.
It was the era.
No, it wasn't the era. It was just the way it should be.
You know what's concerning?
Beckett,
they're 50 days behind right now. How?
That's not bad.
50 days for any level of service is what I heard.
because
allegedly.
they take more time.
Yeah, I mean, have you looked
making
at
sure that they get the black labels.
I mean,
correct.
and like, look at the slab. That's hard. It's hard to create something that looks that good. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
so beefy.
It is beefy. There's a lot of what do they say utility with that slab. Has a lot of utility. You can do a lot of different things with
That's
it.
a grown man slab right there.
I mean, there's a lot of things you can. You need to jack up your car. You get a couple slabs. You can jack up your car.
So LeBron's
LeBron's
exquisite RPA BGS 9 sold for $5.2 million in 2021, which was we were in Fantasy Island.
That's a different time.
How close does this card get to that number if it was to if this were what would it sell for? And it's up for auction. Where can we find this?
This is on Goldin right now. This is all. I believe it's actually part of the same.
Is this podcast brought to you by Goldin?
Know, it just happened to work out. Look,
sponsors.
When you've got when you've got 2 sports releases in a week. What? By the way, we went from there were literally like 10 releases in like 3 straight for each week for 3 straight weeks, and now we've got 2. If you don't
and
count
one
Pokemon.
barely even counts.
Yeah, right.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So
anyway, it's got Prismatic. It's the release of the year.
Right. We
It
did
is
need a kind of a breather, and of course Prismatic, which we will talk about. But I believe this is part of the same. It's all part of the same auction. There it is, the January Elite.
Trust me, if it was up
I'll
to
take a
Panini,
look
they
right
would
now.
be coming out with 5 products a week. But
Currently,
that's not how printing facilities work.
As of this recording, there's already 3 bids on this card, and it's up to $85,000.
I'm at a solid.
Looks
million
like I'm the high bidder.
What is a regular?
I just want the slab.
Justice, you're gonna take the card out.
I take the card out. I'm gonna crack the card out.
Oh my god!
And then I just want the slab.
Oh my god!
I like my cards raw.
Baby, I like it raw.
I did see a good point by, I think it was collect.com, which I use that a lot for note taking and gathering stories. They made a good point that this could be sort of a look at like what's the market looking like entering 2025 when you have a card this big right at the beginning of the year. I mean, this feels like it should reach the million.
It's 80,000 right now.
Reach $1 million. Yeah.
It's going to reach
Does
the
Card
million.
Ladder say it's worth 27?
And it's not. Is it numbered to 250?
Currently, yeah, it's numbered to 250.
A 9.5's worth 27.
Yeah, so a
the
9.5.
9.5 is
People are stupid. Just because it's got a black label on it, we're gonna pay 80,000 is too much already.
It's the only one.
Crazy.
It's the only one.
End it now.
Yeah. So again, and there's going to be the argument of, oh, is this the best? Just period. Like, is this one of the best black label cards of any card that we've ever
I
gotten?
need to look at the pop report of BGS. I want to know how many LeBron rookie BGS 10s there are.
Yeah.
That
would be
will
interesting,
really be the answer.
It's hard. I mean,
But it's also not-
I love LeBron. I love the slab. I love everything about it. But I would still prefer an exquisite RPA.
Exactly. That's the
100%.
thing that's going to go against
And
it. It's not
we're
the LeBron.
we're like throwing out exquisite RPA numbers over here, and I'm like, I would just even
I think I wanna come back down,
it's a PS even it's a PSA 9.
That black
or a
label
BGS
does a
9.
lot of the heavy lifting for like, well,
That
shoot,
black
I mean,
label
it goes,
adds
right?
a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Because you're talking about something that's a premium over a what's it, like 2-3x premium over a PSA 10?
Well, if my company was dying, I'd be printing out more black labels and selling them too. So like, just get a little bit more funds in. You know what I'm saying? So, allegedly.
What did the Kobe? Because that was the last one I remember that really made waves. Was that Kobe black label rookie? I'm gonna look it up right now.
That
just
was
to
a lot
see.
of money too, but that was also in the fantasy island.
I mean, honestly, I mean, Doug is. I'm not saying they should have more black labels, but this is potentially could save Beckett. If people know that black labels are a possibility and you can take these cards and they could sell for 3, 4, 5, 6 times because they are a black label, do you start seeing, and I doubt anybody would ever do this, but you start seeing people crack out PSA 10s and submit them to Beckett to try to get a black label?
Absolutely not. It's like trying to start a TikTok account today. It's the same. It's on the same equivalency because
I mean,
neither company may be around next year. So,
I think
like,
TikTok,
why would you?
Isn't TikTok gone Sunday?
It's gone Sunday.
Yeah, the 19th, which is odd because we know there's a change coming in Monday.
At least we know that
So-
we know TikTok apparently works on the weekend then, because they're willing to shut down the shut it down on a Sunday.
Well, my whole thing is the new administration's coming in on Monday, right? So the new administration already has the old administration's decision. The new administration has came out and said that they don't necessarily hate it, but they don't know what they're going to go. So we'll see.
It's too tough for them to go back on it now, right? It's like it'll have to be put through the pro process again.
Yeah.
Well, it
For
was
them
started
to
with
be
his
reinstated.
first term. He was the one that kind of brought it to be like, hey, you know, there's spyware, blah, blah, blah. We're stealing information because this is not a U.S. company, which is ironic because China's the same way with their platform. They don't let people use so it's kind of like,
I don't know if also
it's a kind of counterbalance. I know we're getting into politics here, but it's
just let people dance, man.
Yeah.
Let people make dance videos.
We don't have to get too much in the weeds, but have you seen also the recent trend of now a lot of people have deleted their TikTok and be like, well, I guess I'm going to use this Chinese other app called Red Note.
Yes,
I'm
there's
gonna
Red
use
Note,
that, which is all in Mandarin.
Like a red note.
It is literally like the Chinese users are like, what is happening? What is going on? Why are you Americans here? And it's kind of amazing. Like, it's actually been very funny to see
I'm
the
assuming
cross-cultural interaction.
is it just like TikTok?
No, it's actually more of a like, what if TikTok and Yelp were one, like, kind of combined ideas? That's what it is.
so fake reviews.
It's like reviews, well, whatever it might be. But it's basically, restaurants. It's like reviews of restaurants and shops, but in a TikTok style format.
See,
that's what it is.
That's actually
so it's reviews while you have music and you're dancing.
Sure. Well, no, there's well. Anyway,
Dude,
it's
TikTok,
videos.
TikTok.
I'm about to download this Red Note right now.
TikTok.
There's like
man,
8 or
get
9 of
on
them. There's one
board.
called Flip too. There's a bunch of alternatives.
Apparently, like you're gonna still be able to use it. Obviously, not directly through the app, but like there's like workarounds.
Well, now
but, like,
it's starting
they're
to
saying,
sound like
they're
that may
saying-
not be the case.
But like they're saying, like most people are not gonna go through the trouble of trying to find a workaround just to be able to use the app anymore.
But they are
What are
apparent-
people gonna do who spend 3, 4, 5, 10 hours a day on TikTok? Like, what's gonna happen?
Just
They're
stare
gonna
at the
find
wall.
something else.
Just stare at the wall.
I mean,
Watch paint dry.
LinkedIn.
Watch page dry. By the way, real quick, I just was looking up the difference between the Kobe Black Label rookie and the PSA 10. There is about a $600,000 difference.
Yeah, this is
between
the
cards.
this okay. Yeah, that's okay. Never mind. I'm saying $1 million.
Now, August
I'm staying at $1
of
million.
2022, it actually did go down. It sold in 2021 for 1.75. It went down to 795,000 in August, but there was a PSA 10 same card that
Same
sold
difference.
for $156,000.
What? I mean, I know it wasn't that long ago. What the hell were we doing in 2021? What was going on?
making it rain. Stimulus.
A lot of free
PPP.
money. A lot of free money.
I
PPP.
don't remember.
We know guys that got $1 million in the hobby.
I just don't remember. It's so long ago, I guess.
When you get $1 million for free, man, you invest it back into the.
I mean, all
It's
I
the
did,
hobby you love.
all I did was try to grow a beard and grew my hair out. Like,
That's right.
that's literally like,
No, we made some dumb purchases. We bought a Kevin Durant for like $25,000. It was stupid.
I just couldn't go get a haircut.
Kevin Durant
That's all
refractor.
that's all I wanted to do was get a haircut.
When
Couldn't do it.
you went back to your natural look, because I came here with that was your look, so I'm like, all right, this
Well,
is
I mean, I'll
this
tell you-
guy's rock and roll.
I'll tell you right now
I was
that
digging it.
yeah, that was not natural. It was
like-
I was
Cody's like, I
cool,
got
man.
hired by the Dos Equis guy. He's the most interesting man in the world. That's what sold. We might not have had Cody here if you didn't have that look about you.
just-
True. I saw it. I'm like, I'm in.
I just wanted a haircut, and then I was like, might as well not shave my face either.
Right.
If I can't get a haircut, so I'm just like, YOLO.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, when we interviewed Cody, I didn't even know if he had a mouth because we had to have masks.
Right,
on.
it was-
You may not know if I had a
It
mouth.
was a weird time. It was a weird time.
It was. I remember in that room, we're just like, hey,
Yeah.
eye contact.
We're
There's
all
no
like,
mouth.
yeah, it was like done like the neighbor in Home Improvement. We were all looking over a fence.
What the heck was that guy's name? Not Wilson. Was
Wilson.
It,
It was
wasn't
Wilson.
Okay.
It was
Yeah,
Wilson.
Wilson.
I know, I was
We
thinking
were all
Castaway.
just Wilson.
We were,
For a couple years, we were all just
we were all
Wilson.
just Wilson talking over the fence. That's how we communicated.
Well, so yeah, LeBron. Moving on to some of the new releases. Bowman's Best is out, and we ripped a little bit on early access yesterday. New format, no mini boxes, so
How do
you
you
can
like
see.
the new configuration?
It's a little quicker to get through it, which is nice from a breaking standpoint. But I think the most importantly is for the shop that can now sell a single pack rather than a mini box, because the mini boxes were always not intended for resale, right? So you'd have to sell it twice. Now shops have the possibility of selling it 12 times. So I think that's the biggest improvement. When people say, "Oh, Fanatics doesn't care about the shops," obviously with this product. They do, and they probably are cutting cost on the extra outer box too. So it's a win-win for both. Every guy you could imagine in there: Travis Bazzana, Jack Caglione, Ellie De La Cruz, Paul Skeens. I always call it. I don't want to call it the poor man's Bowman draft, but you get a lot more value out of Bowman's Best with the 4 autos. With a lot of inserts, you also have the vets in there. You can get the Mike Trout Superfractor. You can get Ohtani. A lot of different possibilities, and it may not be as valuable as their first Bowman, but I think it's in the top 5. So it's if you're a PC collector of Luis Guanipa or Walker Jenkins, you have an on-card version that you can get for maybe half the price of the first Bowman, and it's still a prospect card. I've always been a fan since they brought it back in 15, and you can use that code Bowman10 and save on those breaks at Mojobreak.com. What did you think of it, Dan? You ripped a little bit yesterday.
I liked it. The configuration, I get it. Getting rid of the mini boxes was good. I like how they included some more short prints, so you're not only chasing the low numbered refractors and autographs. There's extra chase. I feel like it was a little heavy on the die cuts. I guess we're going back to die cuts. It's die cut everything. Yeah, I mean overall, good design, good value. I think I'm probably going to get hated on right now. I think the market price is a little higher than it should be. And that's what I'm going to say about
It's
that.
2025, man. You know?
I know.
Everything's up. Everything's up.
Everything's up. I remember when this product, and not that long ago, this product was like, what, $150, $200 bucks?
I was gonna say $150, yeah.
And $400 now, roughly. Yeah. And
that's when it was at the ultimate value, when it was like 150, 200.
Yeah, four autos. I mean, $400. Granted, I know it's maybe 370, 360, whatever, but it's probably going to be trending close to $400. I mean, that's $100 an auto.
Yeah,
that's a little steep.
Four guaranteed is the saving grace. By the way, real quick, did you guys notice Leo DeVry? Or Leo DeVry. I can't remember.
I said DeVries.
I believe it's DeVries.
But
again, the number one, easily top guy in Bowman Chrome. I am not exaggerating when I say I think we as a whole at Mojobreak yesterday pulled 10 to 12 Leo DeVry autos.
We pulled 2 or 3.
And guess what? We did a box break here on Mojobreak Media. If you're watching it, you can watch it. We pulled a Leo DeVry auto. And I'm like, what is going? Did he just sign like hell? Or did we get the Leo DeVry pallet? I don't know. It was bizarre.
Superfractor's coming.
Well, there is. I mean, it's probably not a huge checklist, and again, you're getting 4 autographs per box.
No, it's like there's like 120 guys on there.
Well, I mean, still, you're getting four autographs.
For a guy that notable, it was weird. Unless there was just a weird packing error where we just got them all, so it was just strange.
It's gonna be. It's a good guy to get.
It's a
if you're gonna double up. It's good to double up on
this isn't the 12,
Leo DeVries.
12 Jesse Winkers in one box. Like that one. Like
Jesse Winker ended up being a good pro.
He's a good player. Yeah.
Good pro.
He's a free agent still, and he actually had a good year last year.
Good pro.
Was that at Topps Chrome? We put him 12 times in a row?
No, that was Bowman Sterling.
Yeah, it was a guy. There was a viral that video of the guy out of Bowman Sterling, and he did like.
It was back in the day. Back in the day when I think Bowman Sterling was like 16 autos a box,
and 12 of them was Jesse Winker.
And yeah, literally like we might even be underselling. It might have been like 14 of the 16 were Jesse Winker.
Oh, damn!
I mean, we will never see a product again that's 16 autos per box. I mean,
they won't even do that for Elite Extra Edition.
This is AI. I saw this talking about raising prices. It reminded me of a tweet I saw, and I forget the article, and I couldn't find it real quick because, once it's there, it's lost. They are saying that the sports and memorabilia market is going to go, and this is actually through AI when I searched it.
Who's they?
Is market research people that do numbers.
Because they have AI, it's a robot overlords.
They're saying that they're predicting it's going to grow 707% by 2035. So it's going to be a $271 billion industry by 2035.
I could believe that.
Growth is driven by a number of factors, including the rise of online sales, the popularity of sports, and the desire for collectors to diversify their investments. That's according to AI. But there was an article out there, Sports Illustrated. Yeah. So Sports Illustrated, the sports memorabilia market's at $271 billion by 2034, and there's a picture of Mike Rubin right there. So
and Robert Kraft and Shaq,
and he loves that. He loves it. Annual growth rate of 22.1% over the next decade.
Yes, sir.
So
invest in them goats now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'd be buying in the breaks.
Yeah.
And I'd be probably using that Bowman 10.
Should have held on to that jersey, that Wemby jersey.
That's what I'd be. I'd be going straight to Mojobreak.com and using that Bowman 10 discount code and getting in on these breaks. I mean, has there been a better segue? I don't think so.
Get your 37 Leo DeVry autos now.
Key factor fueling this growth platform, the rising popularity of live commerce platforms like Finex Live, Whatnot, eBay, amongst others. And like we talked about, like live commerce is growing, and we're still in its infancy. So by 2035, I mean, man, you're gonna be able to put Conrad in your room like holographic, and he's gonna be breaking you a box. So it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow.
Or there'll be robot breakers.
Yeah, that too. Maybe. Have you seen some of the robots that have been coming out of the CES? Like they have like the partner, like they have the one that's like could be your assistant, and then they have the one that could be your companion.
100.
That is crazy.
I tell you what, I just watched that Netflix movie with Megan Fox as the AI.
Great movie, dude.
I'm like, bro, who thought it was a good idea to make your AI come home with you and look like Megan Fox? Who would ever do that?
No, I mean, I think
so. You'd get a dude.
I would have to.
Name him Frank.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I mean like no. This thing I'm saying like, what I should rephrase that. What wife would let you get an AI robot that looks like Megan Fox
100%.
to come home and be a nanny
exactly,
to your kids?
100%.
Yeah.
I agree. But Prismatic Evolutions.
Sick.
Prismatic Evolutions. It's Pokemon collectors have beat us down this week. Significantly. But it's supposedly the hottest thing ever. And to the point where Pokemon came out today and we're like, we realize that this stuff is so hard to get that we're going to run the presses again and make more, which to the Pokemon community is a big win for the Pokemon collectors, which would be a complete opposite in sports cards if they said, hey,
Outrage.
running more national treasures, we're going to double all the numbering up.
Yeah.
We're going to have 3 logo mans now. That would just really make people angry in the sports card collector community. But the Pokemon collector community, a little different. I've been called scalper multiple times this week. Had to buy some more Prismatic at 120-ish. So, you got to make a couple bucks on it and put it on the website for 140, but because Mojobreak does not offer it at the same price as Target, we're scalpers. So, we're oversellers, we're scum. We are scum
Got called
for selling
scum a lot, like in the last 3 to 4 days.
for selling Pokemon at the market price.
It almost makes you just not want to sell it. Just, I mean, I think we're just going to throw it away.
But see, these same guys that can walk in or buy out at Mojobreak for 144, whatever we're selling it at.
130,
I think
139,
we're running some specials on it.
135, who knows?
Yeah, these same guys will drive 8 hours to 10 different targets to try to find it and maybe get one box at $59. But the time of finding it or standing in a line, I guess, is not valuable to anybody. So, you know what?
And in California, I mean, we're like, what,
Gas
$5.50
ain't cheap.
$5.50 a gallon? I mean,
7 hours and $150 in gas.
$150 in gas, and it saved you $45.
Yeah.
Sick.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the fact that this is a huge release and the gaming community is, absolutely at an all-time high right now. And we talked about it on a couple of podcasts before, but it is crazy right now. It is crazy.
I was just watching actually a long time Pokemon YouTuber. Like he's been doing it for like 10 years. PokeRev. He's one of the biggest ones in the community.
What's he selling his for?
Well, he was saying that this right now what's going on with Pokemon. He said this is like it feels 2 to 3 times bigger than when we were in the pandemic, which he said was already a big boom for the Pokemon community. So he was saying like, yeah, this is even bigger than that. And he's the one that was talking about today that he's worried for the general average collector that they're gonna get priced out of if people are like if the prices keep going up and up and up.
But we are a for-profit business, and we take a lot of L's on a lot of releases, not only gaming but sports. We have overhead. We pay for a lease. We do all this stuff. We have 35 employees. What are we supposed to do? Like, if a product comes out and it doesn't really matter what we get it for, like, if the market is $135, like, why are we not supposed to sell it for $135?
No, yeah, that's unreasonable. I think most reasonable people will know that, like, especially if you're a business, you're a brick and mortar, you're a mom and pop
like
store.
nobody helps us.
You're
like
supposed to
when we're selling product at a $400 to $500 loss per box, and there's a lot of like products that we've had over the years that we've lost that much on a per box basis. Like nobody's coming and helping us out with
Too
that.
bad, bro.
Yeah, it's like
You suck. Shouldn't have bought that product.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Like you know what we get. Well, that's a cost of doing business.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work the opposite way. Like you can't profit and basically be like, well, that's capitalism. Like nobody wants to hear that. But when you lose money, I'm standing on a soapbox. No one's really going to agree with me here, especially in the Pokemon community. But
Yeah.
No, you're gonna put your face on
yeah,
it.
now I'm probably going to be on a Reddit somewhere. Just
No, I mean,
this guy's he's ruining Pokemon as we know it.
You're going to be on
the market is the market, man. You just sell like if you're for as like you're like what you're saying, like you're a business, so we have whatever the market is, this is what we're gonna sell it at. Now, like when the news came out that they're gonna reprint, obviously the boxes came down a bit, and so now we gotta sell it at whatever the market's at, right? It goes up and down. So
I mean, it's also what's funny to me too, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say about this is that, people are like, man, what, all these card shops. There's no more card shops. It's really sad that like my childhood of going into my favorite card shop and they wind up closing. But then in an instance of this, it's like, well, I'm gonna go to Target. Like I'm gonna go to Walmart. Like I'm gonna support large corporations. But you, Mr. Small Business that is selling a product for a certain price, I'm going to go out of my way to say that you're a scalper, and I'm going to tell all my friends.
But I will tell you,
you should never shop there because their prices are
I will
too
tell
high.
you what will happen though, and we get emails like this all the time on big releases, and we will 100% get emails like this. We're going to get people hitting us up being like, I have some Prismatic to sell. Are you guys buying? I'm looking to sell it for like $130 a box. And they basically probably got it online
or got
through a bot or got
or
so they basically bought it for $55, and it's okay for them to sell it to us. And actually, the Pokemon community would probably praise them and be like, "It's that hustle life. It's that flip life. Like you went and secured your bag." Now, that's okay. But it's not okay for a brick and mortar that basically has built up allocation to be able to get this product and sell it for market. That's not okay. That is you're basically ruining the industry by doing that. But individuals could do the flip, and it's like it's a praise.
Look at the market on eggs, man. Do you think the eggs there's less chickens now, or like the market on the eggs is high?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out in front of.
There's the egg shortage.
I'm gonna go out.
I can't explain it, but I know there is one.
Go out in front of Safeway. I'm gonna hold up a sign and be like,
Scalpers.
You're scalpers. You guys like stop. I mean, every time some of your box buy, I'm like, stop buying eggs. You're just helping out. You're making the egg price go up higher. If everybody stopped buying eggs, they would lower the price of eggs, and then we can eat eggs again.
Great eggs.
Did not
the
know
great
we were
egg
gonna
shortage
have-
of 2025.
I mean,
I'm checking my
do
notes.
you know
Did
how
I
many
include
eggs?
big eggs?
You know how many eggs it takes to make an egg salad sandwich?
What? You got to
It's a
crack a lot
lot.
of eggs. You got to crack some eggs.
And it's delicious.
You're gonna make some egg salad. You got to
I think meat has gone up too. I bought a pound of meat the other day. It was like $12 for ground beef.
Oh, for a
Jeez.
hamburger?
Yeah. Granted, I try to sway for the 93%. Like I don't go with the 80-20. I guess I
Yeah,
could save
that's
a little
what it
money
is,
going
yeah.
the 80-20.
You go a
but-
little leaner. Yeah.
I gotta
a little
say,
leaner.
it's a little
Have the
healthier.
juice
It's a
afterwards.
little healthier, but some of the 80-20 tastes delicious.
It does, but it's a little bit more soggier. It's not as I actually am a big fan of 99% turkey, ground turkey, the 99%,
Ground turkey.
99.1.
I mean, I will eat it because I know it's healthier. But if we're basically gonna go like, would you rather have a turkey burger or a hamburger?
Sure.
Of course.
I'm going.
If it's Super Bowl Sunday and someone's like, I've got turkey burgers or I've got ground beef, you're like, come on now.
Yeah, like you or like I got meatballs, but I have turkey meatballs or I have ground beef meatballs. I mean,
Turkey bacon is where I will put my foot down. Like, no,
yeah, you can't make it taste
never.
good. Never.
I'm sorry. I know that one's healthier.
No.
Terrible.
there's no
It's terrible.
bacon doesn't come from a turkey.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's unnatural.
I've tried. I
It's
love
an
bacon.
affront to God.
Yeah, I mean,
I love bacon
Yeah,
so
a couple of
much.
weeks ago, I fried up some bacon.
Bacon's delicious.
There ain't nothing wrong with.
What does turkey bacon taste like?
It's not good. It honestly, it is one of
I've
those
only-
that
I've only
it
eaten,
tastes
like,
like
real
shoe
bacon.
leather.
And it never
is what
gets
it tastes
crispy
like.
enough. I like my bacon.
You know what?
crispy.
It does have the consistency where it's never crispy. It
You're
is
probably better off. You're probably a better person going forward, not trying turkey bacon.
bad.
Well, let's end this off. Let's end the show off with the biggest game, arguably the biggest divisional round game of all time. I know NFL this morning that I watch every here and then, they were like, this is the #1 game of all time, the most hyped NFL divisional matchup. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. One of them is probably going to win the MVP this year. One of them's up for that. It's not going to be Patrick Mahomes this year.
Another one.
And it's one of the matchups going to the AFC Championship that either or. When I look at some of their sales, I think
My God.
I think Lamar Jackson's criminally underrated with the 2 MVPs.
Undervalued,
Always,
yeah.
undervalued from a standpoint from the hobby. You've got a NTRPA, both from the same year, both the 2018 class. NTRPA 81.1K for Josh Allen, and a 29K or 27K for Lamar Jackson. So you're saying you can get almost 3 Lamar Jacksons for the price of one Josh
Granted,
Allen.
this was
Yeah,
this
I-
was
I'm
back in
looking-
It's a
September,
year in
right?
between sales.
I'm looking at the dates here, and
Yes.
I gotta say,
But even-
the Lamar Jackson has to be more than 27.
Yeah, but I bet you if one were to sell, I'm just gonna guess, if one were to sell last month in December, it would have probably been like
39.
maybe like 39, 40-ish.
And here's a better example because these sold within 16 days of each other. 2 gold vinyls, number to 5,
Okay,
PSA 10s.
still a big disparity.
82K on the Josh Allen, 25K on the Lamar Jackson. I will tell you this: if I'm starting a franchise and I have to pick between these two guys, me personally, I'm going Lamar Jackson.
I think Lamar Jackson has the
Do I get it?
the
Do I,
accolades to
do I
back
get
up.
the deal? Like, do I get to pay him less? Like his card's worth less?
True. No.
Because then I'm going Lamar Jackson for sure. Josh Allen's a beast. Lamar Jackson.
There you go,
they're-
that's closer.
They're both very, very, very good. I would be happy to have either one of those quarterbacks.
They are literally, I mean, however you want to rank them, but they are the second and third best quarterback. They're the best quarterbacks not named Patrick Mahomes right now playing.
I think
in
they're
the
both better than Petty. I don't.
NFL. Well, okay.
And to round it out with the card that the old men love, the Contenders. 2018 Contenders.
Oh yeah.
4,250 for Josh Allen.
Those are both criminally undervalued.
and Lamar Jackson.
Hell yeah.
I'd like to ask you guys this: if you go back to that gold vinyl, if we were sitting here in 2015 and we'd be like, "Hey, Prism gold vinyl number to 5, no auto is going to be ranked is going to be 20x,
Well, you're stoned, bro.
20x worth a Contenders
Would have
auto."
never believed you.
Yeah,
You guys
you're
would have
high.
slapped me right across my mouth. You would be like, you do not make any
hold on.
sense.
Keep that- keep that on the
you
screen.
talking
Hold on.
about the not so superfractor?
Keep that on the screen, Cody. So let me break it out for you. Okay, so if the contender auto is 4250, right? If we're back in 2015, the contenders auto is 4250 for Josh Allen. That gold vinyl would be around like $1,500.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
yeah, I agree.
If we were back in 20, so just for the listeners, just for perspective, if we were back in 2015, the gold vinyl to 5 PSA 10 would have sold for $1,500, and the contenders auto would have been
Dude,
at
I want
$4,000.
to buy some Contenders.
Why? It sounds like nobody wants it. It's like
That's why. That's why I want to buy it.
COVID killed Contenders, dude. COVID.
Oh wait, we can't say that word
God,
anymore.
they- no, there's no censorship.
No, we can't say that anymore.
Zuckerberg came
COVID
out and he said he's not
killed
censoring stuff anymore. So
He
no,
doesn't.
we're
He
good.
doesn't. He doesn't own.
Well,
he doesn't own YouTube. Does he?
And
No, it's Google.
the thing that really was, you could say, the death nail is the way that the Panini deal, the Fanatics exclusives deal, where it really
That
Yeah,
really
no
killed
CJ
contenders.
Stroud.
that really
yeah.
screwed
Killed
it over.
contenders.
That's what
That
did
put the
it
final
right
nail
there.
in the coffin, I should say.
Exactly.
Dude,
That was the
I
death
would
nail.
go. I would go buy both those cards right now.
But COVID,
the,
like, was the start of
Josh
it.
Allen and the Lamar Jackson. I would buy
think you'd
both
be
those
fine.
cards
Yeah.
Before buying anything else.
before buying anything else that we just looked at.
You would just-
That is a deal. I'd buy
You watch it go down to 2,000.
buy
next year.
2 of each, one to show, one to go.
Be $50 in 2050.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Dude, the
Here's the thing,
okay,
though.
okay. The most expensive Tom Brady
I was
rookie.
just about to say that.
What is it? What
The
is it?
Contenders.
Is it?
That's
Is
all
it
you
Contenders?
have. That's all you have. That's why it is. I know. I get it. But there's no Prism back then.
Like, if you're talking about 20 years from now, and if
Can
you're
we,
asking
can
a
we
football
make
collector,
Contenders great again?
if you're talking to listen, if you're talking to football collectors in 20, 30 years, and Brady was still probably going to be the GOAT, right? And then everybody recognizes that his Contenders rookie auto is his best card.
Then everybody else
then
is
everybody else
Contender.
should be falling in line
Yes.
after that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So if you get anything out of this podcast, just go buy some Contenders.
Buy Contenders.
I
Specifically
bet
buy
you
2018
collectors, if we
Contenders.
took a poll right now, Contenders would probably be the 10th of all the cards that they would want.
And right now, that is a perfect
You know what?
reason to buy. That's a buying
A
opportunity.
Contenders base or a Contenders cracked ice. Because now we're getting into a different conversation.
But I think you go cracked ice. There's so many different photo variations. I would
It's
go
not shiny.
base.
It's not shiny enough. Dude.
It's not
But
shiny.
but the
What do you
cracked
mean
ice at
it's
this
not
point is
shiny
also
enough?
It has the
Still has a matte finish.
It has the allure of the contenders, right? That we all talk about because of Brady. But then the cracked ice adds that modern element. That's why I think it's such a it is the best combination of both
bet
worlds
the
almost.
cracked ice don't sell for as much as you think it does.
Probably not. I would say maybe like 15, 20 grand of these guys.
Well,
if I had to
that's
guess.
getting close to what the Lamar is selling for his like gold vinyl and all that other stuff. That's close enough to his RPA.
Yeah.
I'm going home and buying some contenders.
Yeah.
Well, who do you guys got in this game? Let's do a round
Tendies.
table. Start with Cody. If you had to bet your money,
probably the Bills. I mean, they've just
It's at home for Bills,
and it's
right?
it's in Buffalo. It's
Let's go Buffalo.
To me, yeah, that's one. I think they have maybe the best home field advantage that's not Kansas City in this entire playoff. Just the most well-rounded team. But Josh Allen, I think last year I wouldn't call myself a Josh Allen hater. I was just more skeptical because I thought he is such a gunslinger. This year, I feel like every skepticism I had about him, gone. Totally wiped away. He did it without a true number one guy, which is to me the ultimate test. He also, the mobility became such a bigger factor in his game. He's always been a great mobile quarterback, but I think it really took it to another level this year where he truly became like he could do everything that you want out of a quarterback. He's been super impressive. I love Lamar. I think he is also an incredibly talented player. It's just I think this is a more well-rounded Bills team and a home advantage.
Mine's easy, quick, easy. Give me the 3-time MVP with Derrick Henry, Ravens.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think here's my scenario. I think if the Bills win, they're going to lose to the Chiefs.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Because Patrick Mahomes is the Bills' daddy, and it's just going to happen again. Where I think Lamar and the Ravens match up better against the Chiefs. I think we can get the Chiefs not to go to the Super Bowl if the Ravens win. And I also think,
Hold on, the Chiefs got to get past. They got to get past Houston first.
No, they already won.
The NFL already announced they won
Game's over.
preemptively.
You didn't
released.
Yeah, you didn't hear it. 52-7. It was tough game.
And I think Derrick Henry could be the X factor here. The Bills' defense isn't as good as to stop Derrick Henry. I think that he's the difference here. And trick plays with Lamar. I think the Ravens squeak one out. I think they win like on the last second field goal.
Dude, like Lamar's about to become a 3-time MVP, right?
He's about to become a 3-time MVP.
And he's at his prime, dude. He's at his peak of his powers right now. And he got added help with Henry like that.
And they started 1-3. They struggled and they went on a
And
run.
then they just have looked
they got
great
the momentum
ever since, basically. Yeah.
I got the Ravens,
Yeah.
Ooh.
but I have another play. Justice Hill gets 2 touchdowns.
Who?
Yeah.
Why? Because you broke with him?
Well, I did. But he third down back, like he catches the ball out of the backfield, and I think he gets 2 touchdowns.
And the headline's "Justice has been served."
Justice served.
No,
Buffalo.
he's kind of that secret weapon that they have. I think he's going to get 2 touchdowns. I want to know what the prop bet on that is. Can I just bet 2 touchdowns for Justice Hill?
I was going to say, does that prop bet even exist?
It's got to be $1 million to 1.
What was the over/under on the Rams sacks? That would have been a bet to make. Because I forecasted that.
It was probably 4.
Yeah,
4.5.
Yeah.
Nobody had 9.
Who needs this more for legacy? I mean, I guess it's Lamar if we're talking hobby-wise, strictly.
They both
they both need
it.
They both need it. They really are like. It is kind of crazy how much their career paths have mirrored each other. Other than the Lamar has a clear advantage in MVPs.
But I'm also with Doug. I think if the Bills win, I think they lose to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The
Ravens do match.
I think the Ravens have just enough
matchup.
But then again,
mismatch.
what team beat the Chiefs earlier in the season? It was the Bills. So
that's the regular season.
It's regular season, I know, but
Yeah, we're gonna get it.
Regardless.
I mean, you guys know firsthand. Big game, Patrick Mahomes.
yeah,
I mean,
things change.
You guys know.
He's had a lot of time to
Yeah,
rest.
Josh Allen has not been able to get over that hump.
I think Derrick Henry on that. The Ravens to win the game should literally be like a option between Lamar running or Henry running, and they should do it all game long.
Yeah.
And we saw how well it worked against Pittsburgh. I think it was like the first
He ran
Like
he had
the first 18 plays were runs.
Yeah, and I
they
think
were up like 21-0.
I think Lamar had like
Insane.
10 rushing attempts in like the first quarter.
Absolutely nuts.
Speaking of betting, before we go here, I saw something, and it's it's not around here in California, so I don't think I'll be able to do it. But like, there's a new feature. You take like an over under on like 100 yards. Like, Derrick Henry's gonna have 100 yards. So there's like a new website you can slide the scale and it changes your odds. So you can be like, I think Derrick Henry's going to have 175 yards and it'd be like plus 600.
Oh, right.
7 like it's like just a degenerate tool.
How about could you do like
Hell
I think Derrick Henry's going to
Make
get
gambling
over.
legal in California, man.
But
Come
you could
on.
take
Could you
like,
be like, I
7 guys and pick all like you'd be like, okay, yeah, this is what I'm going to bet on, and this I'm going to slide this scale, and the odds are going to change.
I'm just going to be like Derrick Henry's going to get more than 5 yards rushing. It's like you're going to win 1 penny.
Yeah, for every $100.
I'm like, but the thing is, then I could sell my picks and be like, I'm 100% correct. I never lose.
Damn,
You just have to slide it all the way to the left.
Every pick I give you, they're like, yeah, but you make a penny on $1,000 that you wager. I'm like, yeah, I don't
penny.
lose.
And that's what we call the algorithm.
I don't. Yeah, that is the algorithm right
Every
there.
penny
And
counts.
you know what? Every single time you win,
And you can put it on your profile, 1,000 or 1,000 0.
yeah, well, and just be like,
be careful with
Just
that
be like
algorithm.
guaranteed victory. I mean, you Derrick Henry rolls an ankle on that first carry, and you're just like,
Or like we bet on Aaron Rodgers last year, the Monday night game. We're like, he's going to have 10 yards passing, guaranteed. And like, no.
Boy.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all we got for you guys today. Bowman's Best. Once again, use that code Bowman10 to get 10% off on any breaks on Mojobreak.com. Also, we've got a bunch of giveaways going on. We've got somebody can win a Prismatic box on X. We've got Bowman's Best giveaways through the Mojobreak Media channel, so make sure you check those out. And we'll see you guys next week on The Hype. Peace.